Hello everyone to another episode of OG Monkey Business Show. This isn't NatTea, as you might notice. He's a bit older.
A little bit.
Old man fear.
Actually, I'm not that much older than NatTea, am I?
You're not that much older than most of us, but we still call you old man.
I'm still
fear.
old enough.
Yeah. You retired first.
Yeah.
That's what.
How old are
happened,
you actually?
Me?
Yeah.
Am I allowed to say that, or just the mystery better?
Actually, yeah, keep the mystery up.
No, I'm 35.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh.
So not that old. A bit younger. On my left side we have Mr. Avo and another OG member. I'm pretty sure most of you recognize him. Thompson. What's up, guys? How are you? How did you enjoy the major?
That was great. That was a great major. It was very fun.
I was on vacation most of it, but got to see the grand finals. That was fun.
So wait, you did the group stage, and what happened?
So I did the group stage for the Berlin major, of course, and then I flew over to Frankfurt for vacation with my wife, saw the family there. Then we were like, last 2 days, let's catch the grand finals. We're going to see some gaming versus Liquid for sure. We already knew. It was predetermined, of course.
Yep.
Both you and your wife knew, huh?
Yeah, everyone. I mean, the whole
Your wife's
planet knows
family?
at this point, right? But yeah, we came and watched the grand finals, and now I'm here. And I just got here, and I was super surprised because no one expected to see me here. I didn't really tell anyone. And I want to hop on the show. I'm like, yeah, sure, let's do it. Why not?
So you didn't plan to be on the podcast at all. You just came here and they grabbed you.
I only knew 3 hours ago that I'd be here.
Well, I'm happy you're here. Obviously, NatTea isn't with us because of the grand finals that he was casting. Yes. So he's going to chill a little bit, but he'll stop by a little bit later. Avo, my man, you've been working the major, I believe, right?
Yeah, I was helping with translation.
I heard you're your own translator and interviewer. What's the best interview you've done?
I thought the exit interview for Chris Luck was quite nice. One of the difficulties you have with this guy is that he is too happy. And for exit interviews, you don't really want that. I mean, it's true, right? He leaves and he literally comes up to me. I don't know if you guys heard, but we made a bet, a very stupid bet I made, where if they won a game, it was against OG. If they beat OG, I would do a round naked around their hotel. I'm yet to fulfill that bet. But when he lost the major, I called him. I was like, "Hey, you okay?" He goes, "Hey, man, you owe me the naked round." And I go, "Okay, I don't think is the moment to talk about this."
It has to happen eventually.
Yes, yeah, they'll film it.
Yeah, of course, it has to be filmed.
Yeah, they're doing a documentary, and that was this is a pinnacle point in the storyline. They told me.
A content piece.
Yeah, sure. Okay, well, we'll talk about this later. But that aside.
Yeah, that aside, we have another, obviously, big guy here, Thompson, man. Have you watched any of the games? How was the major for you?
Yeah, I watched some of the games. I've been kind of just taking this as a vacation, being in Berlin, going around. So I kind of missed some of the games, but yeah, what I watched, I mean, of course, EU Dota, strong. What can I say?
EU Dota, is Quinn that good? That's fine. Is that EU Dota?
Yeah. I mean, he's EU now.
They also have to Russia, right? He's EU technically, right? This is start to be the whole NA debate. How much is EU, honestly?
Everyone wants to take their piece,
Yeah, I agree.
Thompson, what do you think about this? Why are you even taking a piece off of you? You're European.
Yes,
look at the Shopify and the old EG. There's always no, the NA team. You guys can take it. There's but now when one of the NA guys comes to you, there's no, it's an NA team. Right away.
No, I've been fine the whole time. Shopify is not an NA team. We have RTZ.
I'm with you there.
I'm giving Crit. He has a honorary American, but I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
I mean, I just think that to me the debate has always been when I see Western European teams, right? They have people from everywhere. I don't think it is just Western Europe, right? Also, that definition is geographically incorrect. What's in Western Europe, sir? Oh, Iran is Western Europe, right? There's a lot of questions as to what Western Europe includes.
There's a lot of players.
Well, the debate is going to be: do you play every time on that server, right, or do you just come over and play, the tournament on that region? Because if you don't play the pubs there, that's not really.
Oh, so it's all about the servers. It's all about the.
Yeah, of course. I give Crit honorary American because he's been playing NA pubs forever.
Okay. So there's another guy that's been playing NA pubs. You met him on mid lane, Sumail, right? He's been playing.
I think you're gonna say some random dude.
No. One random dude. You kind of know him, maybe.
He's Chinese now, though. He's called Sumai.
So that's where I'm going. I've seen on Twitter some rumors that Aster is signing a fifth player on the mid lane, and he is not Chinese.
Oh.
Yeah.
So that's
Oh,
kind of
you're the
interesting.
JMR of this new podcast, I see. I've heard that rumor,
could it
guys.
be?
I mean, I read on Twitter, someone tweeted, Bcop retweeted. You know, I trust him. When
Well,
it
was there
comes to-
someone playing on Aster recently that wasn't Chinese that was owning?
Yeah, there was some
Oh.
on the mid lane. It did happen.
I don't know if you guys know this Sumail guy. I think he was this guy.
Yeah, he seemed pretty good, right? Like
Yeah, he's pretty
he had
good.
a couple of good games. Yeah.
Up and coming star player.
Yeah, but yeah, they got eliminated sadly early on, but he did a pretty good run. And the lower bracket, Evo, what do you think about it? Like, how was it? Did you like the games? Were there any surprises, highlights for you?
I mean, to me, the EG was a little bit of a surprise, right? There was having talk with the resident psychopath of Dota 2, Brian Canavan, right? PSJ.
Yeah,
And while he was killing a bunch of kids and seagulls.
I saw him in the crowd. He was just like staring at Dota like this, you know, just not moving at all.
Oh, it's actually very scary.
Yeah.
If he stares at you for more than 10 seconds, it's very important.
You
that
should move away.
Yeah, you should move away, like
Okay.
because then he knows where you live. That's how it works. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
But we were actually talking in the green room, and he had some good points about Dota, mainly because he has no emotions. And he was telling me that he thinks that EG style of Dota is a very unique style of Dota, and where they try to force you to make mistakes. That feels like their style. This like chaotic SA style of like, we're gonna make you play this dirty street Dota, right? And that's why they struggle against EU teams. But it feels like little by little they're perfecting their style, and it's nice because with the EU dominance, I don't really see many other styles happening. Like Western Europeans are unique in their own way, but there's no longer that regional differences. We had China.
Yeah.
C is.
Yeah.
Look, I live there, and it's still
wild.
It's
still
pain.
wild. Yeah.
There's no wild.
Yeah.
They discovered when they won the Kuala Lumpur Major that Tricore is a good lineup. That's great. And then they said, okay, we're never moving away from this shit. And they've been doing that for 3 years. So you go, please,
I mean, it's
TNC
fun.
died.
They have identity, you know. I'm wondering though, when it comes to changes, guys, like you on the mid lane and you on the safe lane, has the new patch changed a lot? Like, how do you feel for the mid lane, for the safe lane?
You ask me shit. Not even.
I love you.
Yeah, okay.
It's hard to say. I mean, there's some new heroes obviously coming, like the Void Spirit getting huge buffs, and
Yeah.
like
The universal heroes.
the universal heroes are all kind of interesting. Like at least the ones that had a lot of like base, like the damage gain per level increase. Like those are interesting, of course. But overall, what it seems like the meta is kind of similar from before. Like our items are still OP. Like
They added more of them too.
yeah, now they are even more OP. So people are like, okay, buy even more or us, and just like. But I guess we will still like see what happens. And at the start of the patch, like people kind of like left mid lane alone. Like it was like 1v1 for a while, but now people are back again. Like, wait, why don't we gank mid again? Like, and so then it's again like 3 versus 3, minute 4. And
So the mechanics of the lane have changed a little bit when it comes
little
to games,
bit,
right?
little bit for sure. And I feel like maybe it's a bit harder to gank or shut down some side laners because the ganking the jungle like so deep in the behind the towers is kind of weird a bit. But I guess there's still a lot to figure out how to do it optimally, and yeah.
And when it comes to 1v1, like Thompson was playing King of the Hill here versus many contestants from the crowd. Tell me, which game was the hardest? He had 2k, 1.5k MMR. He had an unranked guy playing against him. Like it took you 8 minutes to kill the unranked guy. What happened there? Like, you couldn't get him. You killed his tower in the end.
Oh yeah, because I had to random my hero and then he gets to choose. So I ran the Lifestealer and he had Phoenix. So I don't know how am I gonna kill it. So then I just rushed Meteor Hammer and I hammered this tower.
And I believe you played versus some offlaner. Does the Nanos now? Do you know him?
Yeah, the Kesu guy.
The Kesu guy, yeah.
The Kesu guy.
Oh, the coach.
Yeah.
Quincy crew coach, yeah.
Oh, the Quincy. Yeah, I remember that.
He actually bought Phylactery versus him.
Yeah,
On PA.
we both random. He got Tusk and I had PA. So I was just like, this matchup is never gonna end, I guess. So then I just got a Phylactery. What is it called?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
That's
is it? Yeah.
And then I just throw daggers. Like,
Is it viable? What do you think? Like, are
That
there any-
item or on
Yeah.
PA?
What is that? Can I ask what it means? You know, I'm not a native English speaker.
I think, yeah.
It's like some type of factory. Phylactery.
Because it's Aryan.
Right.
the item is really fun, actually.
Yeah, it is. And they
It's
buff
really cool. Gives a lot of HP, a lot of stats on mana regen, and the active is really strong. I mean, the passive is really strong.
I think the reason people don't buy it that much is because that's an aura item, you know. You could buy a mech instead.
Yeah,
you could buy a force
it's not
staff.
very
You could buy a
expensive, right?
glimmer.
That's what I mean,
So it's a very
the-
selfish item.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
fun.
yeah.
Do you think the aura items are actually as strong as they are?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, well, that's the end of my question.
The answer to the safe lane, safe lane's like kind of bullshit right now. Because like, as an off laner, sure, they remove Hood from the game, but you can still disassemble Vanguard and make a pipe out of it. Crimson's buffed. You just show up, there's some Underlord in your lane. He gets some 4-minute Vanguard.
And you can't kill him.
Every right click does nothing.
Yeah.
They removed Ring of Health from Battle Fury, so if you're like some Ursa or something, you can't get an early Ring of Health. You have to buy this new shitty item that I don't even know what the name of it's called, the one that builds into Battle Fury now. It's very expensive. It's almost, it's almost 1.2k for
Cornucopia
that.
is plethora of things, by the way.
That's good.
T-Panda taught me that.
Yeah, I mean, that one's pretty
native
expensive.
English.
So more than ever, I think supports are really reliant on just having a good support as your carry, because you can't really lane anymore unless you're playing some Bloodseeker or something that can just self-sustain. But at the end of the day, you're always going to have some Vanguard rush hero sitting in your lane, rushing the auras. They nerfed BKB, so in pipe gets even more value. Pretty much all these aura items are just incredibly strong now.
Do you guys feel that there's this 4 Protect 1 kind of even with Alchemist being picked up? You just buy Solar Crest, you buy all the auras, you just let him in.
Isn't he just kind of a little bit broken? I feel like the fact that I don't know why they would choose Grievel's Greed being innate. Like,
I don't know why
You could have
either.
given, honestly, give him Acid Spray innate. I don't give it. Why is that the choice? He became so broken. It was the first thing
There's
people
nothing.
noticed.
There's nothing wrong with taking a hero and making one of his spells just passive. You know, just
No, I think
built
it's,
him. Yeah.
I think that's fine, but I think that with these heroes, they're a little bit dumber. Let's be honest. Nobody goes, "Wow, what an alchemist player." No, okay, you're fine. I think
I have an idea. Give me Monkey King and Jingo is innate.
yeah, see, that's the same thing.
I want that one. Yeah.
You need to make it so that the leveling is hard. a little.
So is the Alchemist and the innate Grievel's Greed why GG won, or is there something more to it?
Nah, they're just.
Oh, that's just it. No.
No,
I mean,
just it, right?
the thing about
They just pick Alchemist and
They,
win.
they have more. They have
They
more.
don't need anything else.
Here's a stat from our lovely Knoxville, who did not fall asleep today. We're very proud of him. Quinn has picked Pango. Actually, now I think it's 9 times on the main stage, and he's only lost. Sorry, he's picked it 10 times. He's 9-1. Like that's his current thing. Yeah.
But
In
they
the
also
current
don't
times.
lose, right? They're just so good.
Well, they don't lose, sure, but that ruins my stats. So let's.
No, I'm sorry.
cross
I'm
away.
sorry for that.
I just feel like if you look at most teams, you go, what are the OP heroes? People would probably say Beastmaster. They would say the Alchemist, right? The Medusa, of course.
Yep.
And then maybe some people would include the Doom in that category, right?
Yeah.
But you add this random Pango all of a sudden, maybe the Storm Pugna or whatever.
So, is it like okay? I completely agree with you.
Yes.
Sure, but they were dominating in the old patch as well. Like Thompson, you guys won 2 TIs in a row, but between those 2 TIs, you were kind of doing nothing, right? Like you all chilled for a while. These guys are winning one major after another. Like,
Being last place at this TI, that's a guarantee.
what's happening? Like, how are they keeping the momentum? I don't know, the morale of the team.
Yeah, you're asking the wrong guy for sure. I have no idea.
I think I could probably
the
answer that.
Yeah, I mean,
I think it's Tofu. This guy builds auras on every single hero.
Yes.
It doesn't even matter. I saw him buy a Solar Crest on Skywrath Mage.
Yeah.
Right? Like, he just buys auras for the team every single game. And this team is still winning because they know how to abuse auras better than the other team, by far. And I think that's like something that's super strong this patch. They always have every single aura in the game. They have good discussions what to buy, what are the best ones for each game. And of course they play really well too, but their itemization is just better than the other team. And this patch hasn't changed a lot on like how you itemize. Maybe for carries and mids a little bit, but supports and offlaners, just build auras.
Didn't the map change the game at least a little bit? Like, shouldn't the whole strategical approach to the game been different?
I think
Or-
it just buffed the strategic approach, or this particular approach
Yeah.
of yours, right? Because with there being like more places to play, right? The 4 now. I mean, if you watch the good 4s, Tofu is a good example, but I think Matthew got a huge buff. Like, there's so many more We're back to the old Dota, where like the Jeraxes are actually those great 4s are doing well again. No longer do you have to necessarily win your lane because you have the warp gates, a lot more versatility there, and then of course 5-manning seems just way too easy. PyrionFlax is saying hi to the
There's
panel.
just so many people. I just saw Fate Beyond there, and I dozed off.
Oh,
yeah.
have you seen him?
I just looked at him, and I'm like, oh yeah, I have to continue this conversation.
He's the can I reveal behind the scenes? Yeah. Nicest person in the world. I've met in the panel behind. All the talent I've met, Fear included, are far more arrogant than
Of course,
Faith.
yeah.
And this man, I mean, I guess you want to try, so you deserve it. But it's crazy to be talking to Jenkins, who's more arrogant, whose biggest accomplishment is third place NA qualifiers.
Playing in Far Studio.
Exactly. And then Faith Beyond is the humblest man ever. He will go and anything you say, he'll bow and go, thank you.
Oh, I met him as well. Like
It's
just
a
pleasure
loveliest man.
Yeah, pleasure to talk to.
His English is also fantastic now.
Yeah, I heard him on
Very
panel. It's really good.
Yeah. So I just wanted to rave about that. That's my point.
Thompson, you kind of had some experience with him before. Like, did you talk after the games with Fabian or any of the players?
No, I don't think I've ever like talked to any of the Chinese players. Like, feel like there's like we never actually talk. I don't know. It's just weird.
Do you think that the rift between China and the East and the West in Dota is still big, or maybe a certain king can change that?
Yeah, maybe he will change things now. He can go to Esther, and like maybe it's gonna become more common eventually that you're gonna start mixing. But we will see, I guess.
I want to add to that because we had that was one of the storylines of the major. I think it's a very cool one. Finally a little bit of mixing for Chinese teams. And we had an interview which we were planning with Sumail, and we had XXS also talk about the offlaner for Esther, talk about the experience with Sumail, blah, blah, and he was saying that he was actually learning English to try to communicate better with Sumail. And we asked him, hey, what is... we didn't air these interviews because we didn't have time. They got eliminated too quickly. But the idea is that he told us that the idea of more foreign players playing in China is not too far off. That a lot of Chinese players are starting to learn English, partially because they live in C, so they need to know all the insults, and also because it's...
For the pubs.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, and they're running out of players, right? So it's something that a lot of players are making an effort to do. XXS, true bro, was like trying to practice his English with us between interviews. He goes, he only knows to say how you say, right? So he goes, how you say, and he says something in Chinese.
Yeah.
And then Matt goes, oh, that's how you say it. He goes, oh, okay, cool. Fist bump to everyone.
Bump them to Sumail, yeah.
Yes. Exactly, yeah. But I think it might be changing, at least for them, for the Chinese players.
Like the last couple of seasons, we've seen influx of Malaysian players as well in the Chinese region. So that definitely makes sense. Like the first player who was it that went to Chan Black, right? Like he's the...
That was a long time ago. Yeah.
Black's been doing every region.
Yeah, he bridged that rift a long time ago.
Have you played that game where you find out how many teams players detach from playing with Black? And most people are like 1 or 2 teams away.
1 or 2. Yeah,
it's incredible.
Like, Fear, have you ever been offered to play for a team like that one, maybe in a different region or...
Oh, like a different region?
Yeah.
Not really, no. I think...
stay true NA.
Well, the thing is, like, throughout most of my career, like, I've always wanted to be the captain, right? And I always wanted to play in my region for the most part. And I think for the longest time, like, NA wasn't really terrible, right? When I was playing, it wasn't until like after I retired or the later years of my career where EU got much better. So like, I had no reason to go to Europe either because I could still compete with all them on LAN just playing from NA.
I don't know. I remember Kyle playing in your region and qualifying for events.
There you go.
Good or bad? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But like yesterday, we had the same OG podcast, and we were asked to pick 5 players on each position. And NatTea actually, he chose you for position 1, and he said that you were his like greatest inspiration in Dota.
I'd take him as my POS 5 too.
Yeah.
He's great.
Okay.
Power.
Yeah. No, I know we've talked about it before. He likes like how my style of carry, like to make Sumail kind of shine, and he admired that, and he's been pretty open to me about it as well. And I admire his playstyle as well, and how he switched from carry to being such an amazing POS 5 as well. There's a lot of mutual respect there.
In Monkey Business, NatTea was actually the carry at the beginning, right?
Yeah, he was. Yeah. He was a good carry
all
too.
The time, yeah.
He was playing us selfless in a lot of ways too. Like sure, he'd play like Noggin stuff, but he'd always make a lot of space, like come to fights. He would never be like that type of like hard carry mentality where he's going to 1v5 the game type of situation.
If I was praising NatTea here, one of my favorite games I ever watched in general from a carry that I thought was the most unique was, if you guys remember the Kiev Major, that game where NatTea was playing Timbersaw carry, and he got absolutely, it was against Virtus Pro, it was game 4 I believe, and he got absolutely shut down, and he decided to build this E-Blade as his like second item, because he was like destroyed. He didn't have any impact whatsoever. And that E-Blade was criticized, of course, by Reddit, which always happens, but was the game-turning item that actually won in multiple team fights. And to me, at least, again, as an idiot and a noob, I was watching him and thought, I never could conceptualize Dota this way. That he broke from his position, understood, and he did that thing that Seb always talks about, whereas he sees the game as a puzzle or a challenge to solve.
Look, there's a guy sitting next to you. I believe he bought, what was it, the diffusal on Gyro?
Right, that's a
Back in the day,
classic.
right? It's something similar.
I was-
Did you doubt yourself when you were buying it, or were you like, yeah, I need this, that's it?
No, I mean the game was over already. Anna was about to hit 15, and he got axed, so I could.
You could buy anything.
I think I just could buy anything. So I don't think it matters.
That's not true.
It's like, okay, Anna 15, Aghanims, game over. What can you do? IO is balanced and all that. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I remember that game being a little rough at that point, but yeah.
I mean, yeah, it was rough first. Like they went all in on the push and like trying to, they were really desperate to end the game fast. But we managed to delay it. We had the Sep Timber pick. It was very crucial that we hit the Timber, and then we just stalled until the 15 IO and Aghanims, and I had like what drums, Defu, and suddenly they can't fight anymore.
But if we escape a little bit from nostalgia and all these boomer games and back into the Zoomer Major Berlin 2023, like what did Liquid need to change? Because they played the last major in the finals, in the grand finals versus GG, and they played it with the stand-in. So everyone was like, okay, maybe it's because of the stand-in factor. Next time they're going to come back stronger. Now they come back in full squad, and it's still 3-1. It still doesn't work. Where the item build's the problem? Is it just GG being way too good?
I think it's difficult when you're playing against a team like GG, which comes from not only being the best in the other major, because even with a stand-in, you could argue that GG was still very, very good, right?
Yeah.
But they come from being the best in this major, going straight to upper bracket. It's difficult to just go and play your style. If you watch a lot of the teams that lose, I think a good example is EG, but also to some degree OG. When they play against a team that they sometimes deem better than themselves, they come up with a different strategy. They change up what they do, and I think Liquid was also part of that issue. If you look at that draft, the team proposing almost always is Gaming Gladiators.
Yeah.
Like you're like, oh, they're responding to Gaming Gladiators. Never respond.
It was like Alchemist gets picked, then they answer it Ursa.
Exactly. And the one game they won, actually, I believe was the one game where I was like, Liquid is in control of this draft.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's just the idea of just playing your identity no matter what. Maybe that's just what you need to reset, right? Forget all the past results and just go into the game fresh.
So, Fear, are we kicking Blitz?
Are we kicking?
That's not what I meant at all. No,
I was obviously advocating that here.
No.
I mean, name someone better.
You maybe. You.
Me, I mean, maybe, but like I'm too busy, unfortunately. Not available.
What are you? What is it you're busy with?
He's on vacation.
Life.
Yeah,
By
life.
the way, so NotTea has been casting the grand finals.
Yeah, I heard.
You've been in the talent work for a bit now.
I will say it was because Fog had to go home, by the way.
Yeah.
NotTea's a lovely caster, but you guys saw the tweet from Fog in his
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, it wasn't because Fog. We just like everyone decided, oh, Fog sucks.
Of course.
I just saw those comments when I played.
I saw in
Who
the
would
chat,
ever say that? He's been like such a
incredible.
great caster for like 8 years now.
Yeah.
Like,
So send him well wishes. At Fog Dota, be like, I hope your cat is well. It's not gonna be okay, but I hope you go through it.
Yeah, it's a rough situation.
Sorry for the interruption.
Yeah.
I forgot what you're asking.
But no, like NotTea and you. Not
Oh, I
NotTea,
remember,
You've been paneling for a bit now. Are you enjoying the talent life?
Yeah, and it's been
Chill?
really chill. Well, the reason why I said I wouldn't coach again is because like I've got a family now, man. Like I've got a lot of time that I don't want to go to boot camps. I don't want to be spending time after time in discussions, like being a babysitter for some of the kids, which is exactly what you have to do for most of the teams. And it's a lot of work. You got to stay really sharp in Dota too. And being a talent, you still have to be sharp in Dota, but not as much as a coach.
You have to be sharp as talent?
Just a little bit. At least you have to just like sound. You have to sound confident. That's
they
all
tell
that
me
really
just
matters.
go to the gym. Yeah, exactly. Go to the gym, sound confident.
No other talent that goes to the gym as much as you do.
I mean, I have to stand out in some way.
They check Lizard's list out. There's just a gym checklist of how many days he's been.
Dude, did you ever hear Insania? like, and the way he talks about Dota, like, imagine if he decided to turn talents, right?
Yeah.
Like, how could I fight? I could literally fight him. That's one way. Besides that, there is no way. He's way too good.
That's true, actually. Most people think talent aren't biased, or they're biased for like nations or whatever. We're all biased for Insania.
Yeah.
Because he's gonna take everyone's jobs. So like, if a pro speaks well, you bet your ass that talent is rooting for that guy to win.
Yeah. Topson, did you ever consider anything like this, or you're like, nah, I'm living life, chilling?
I'm too bad at talking. I don't like talking, so it's like the worst job I could imagine.
He's a mid player, you know.
You know how it is in teams. It's like you have the two side laners. They're talking about the lanes. They're playing 2v2s, and then the mid guy is just there in the call. He's just quiet. And like,
He's quiet. He's
doing whatever he wants. You know.
He's quiet until someone steals his water rune, right?
Yeah.
That's it.
It's just for flaming.
No, I mean, then I just ping like the support. Support is missing. Whatever is missing.
Yeah,
Took the rune. You
I've
know?
seen some tips as well here and there, maybe from time to time. Yeah,
maybe something like that. Yeah.
By the way, you've been playing in Division 2 as well. Like I'm sorry.
we couldn't stay there, guys.
You almost got to Division 1. It was close, and then not even
Almost
that.
in there.
Like it went down. You had a strong team, even, right? Like you played with Seb, with Kitrak, and what went wrong? Like
I think our idea of the meta and our like just as a team, like we didn't really gel together. I think you kind of have to have like some sort of boot camp or talk more together, like really get to know each other. If it doesn't like click right away, then you at least have to put in more time together, like talk a lot. Like you actually have to talk a lot if you wanna like get on the same page. And
the competition is much stronger now.
yeah, it is definitely much stronger, and it's not enough if you're just like individually good. Like you have to be a good team. Like,
Do you think that if you were on a Div 1 team, you'd still handle these mid laners in Western Europe? Like,
I don't know if I've ever handled them. So. It's
Okay.
more of a team effort, always been. So
Yeah. Very diplomatic. No, but yeah, Division 2 looks extremely strong in Western Europe already for a bit, and like it's apparent with the last two teams of the major as well. What does Liquid need to change, like in the future, besides the draft? Is there anything, any way that
I don't even think the draft has to change. It's more
Yeah.
of a mental maybe thing.
mental thing?
Yeah.
You think?
I mean,
Because,
it's,
for me, there were always this foundation of, I don't know, positive PMA, right? It's OG, and I believe ID Insania, that is. I feel that he really adopted that whole idea and mentality.
I think gaming is the most PMA
Really?
right now. I mean, Tofu ends his sentences with "I love you." That's how he does.
Okay, yeah.
He'll go say, "Avo, I'd like to play like your cast team's like, hey, Avo, nice cast, I love you." Okay, you get a tweet from Tofu. He's that kind of positive vibe. I agree with Fear, not just in the game, but like in general. Celery donates half his earnings to animals. He just gives them to squirrels on the street. I hear sometimes he gets more tournament money. He's like, "Here
That's
you
just
go."
idiotic.
I don't think that's very efficient.
That's exactly how this works. I don't know. I think that team to me is actually a very similar embodiment to the spirit of OG, at least from a viewer's perspective. Obviously, I don't know their inside work,
yeah.
right? Like, yeah, Quinn has his own moments of toxicity in his stream, but the other
He's a saint.
Yeah, have radiated a lot of positivity. You ever speak to Ace about?
There's a
his-
Dawnbreaker walking behind you. I'm sorry. Like, sorry.
You ever seen Ace talk about his old team he used to be in, the Danish Bear stack?
Oh yeah, I haven't heard him talk about them. What?
He was with the. I followed that story for years because I thought it was a really cool story. He was with a stack that was Imperial, Danish Bears, some other Danish name, and it was all five players. Not the best, I would argue. Only Ace is still a pro player, and he still talks to that team, even though they
Yeah.
didn't succeed, they didn't do that well or anything, and he's still good friends with them.
Yeah.
And every time you get an interview, he'll say, "Yeah, the most valuable thing to me is friendship." He'll say that every time, right? And his voice, you're like, "Oh, you smoke 60 packs of cigarettes before saying this statement." But it works. Something about this team just clicks, and it's very difficult to beat a team who's just literally flower power. I don't know. It's so scary, man. You go in front of you, and they're all like, "Yeah, hugging each other." Tofu's kissing everyone. He's vibing. It's
Okay,
kind of.
I completely believe in this, but it's kind of easy to stay friends and really good with each other when you're winning, right?
Yeah, of course. For sure. Like if things, that's when you get really tested, right? Like when things get really hard, how will you work through it? I've definitely been on teams and felt like once you start losing, you'll just start playing worse because sometimes you get resentment for other players. There's like comes internal beef, right? Like this guy's playing bad, so now instead of me talking more, I'm going to shut down a little bit when things go wrong. So when things start going really badly, and you can find a way to like communicate with each other to make things better and have that open line of communication, that's when you can be the best team for a long period of time. But I think Liquid and Gaming Gladiators shouldn't have that problem for the most part. I think they just are, they're good friends. I think Liquid is the kind of similar to Gaming Gladiators. I don't think they are going to beat each other up for losing. I see them still like, patting each other back when they lose, like it's okay, we'll get them next time type of thing. They just are slightly outclassed right now. That's all there is to it.
Do you think that maybe there is a difference between them when it comes to the crowd? Like how does
like
the
getting
crowd
nervous?
influence them? Yeah. Is there anything
that's
like
so
that?
hard
The crowd
to
was
know.
very Liquid favorite in the.
Yeah. Let's go Liquid. I heard
let's
that
go
constantly.
Well, it's also Let's Go Gaming Gladiator. Ah, shit. They messed up the chant.
They can't.
Those things don't really
You
affect
need to
your
make it roll.
performance. Like the crowd being against you doesn't make you play worse, in my opinion. Sometimes it makes you play better because like I'm gonna make them shut up, by playing better here.
It depends on the
That's
player,
what Misha
right?
says every time.
Yeah, I mean honestly, like it shouldn't affect you that much. Whenever I played, whether the crowd cheering for you is nice when you win the game and then they're cheering for you, but like it's fine if they're silent and you win too. It's just winning's all that really matters.
Yeah. But you just arrived, right? So you weren't at the Velodrome. Right?
I couldn't get it.
Okay, so Topson, have you been there? Or?
Yeah, I was there today.
Okay, so out of all the crowds that you have witnessed so far, is this like top 3? Because it's been pretty good. Like the whole stadium was packed, the whole arena.
Yeah, I mean it was pretty awesome actually. I didn't expect that, because the majors I've been to have not been so good.
Yeah.
But I think ESL usually has really good like production value. What I've experienced. So yeah, I mean it was awesome. I mean obviously TIs are always a bit more hype that I've been to, but this one from majors that I've been to, yes, this is the most hype, I think.
How did you feel? Like you were the one interacting with the crowd the most out of all of us. I just walked around and people would come up, like say hi and all this stuff. The energy was great, but you were on the stage.
They were lovely. I mean the crowd was great. I think I guess I come from Lima, right, where you would literally go, hello, and they go, this is a little bit different. This crowd was a little more quiet, I think a little more sensible. I was surprised by how many people would come up to us to just be nice.
Right?
Like, I mean, sorry, that's weird. You guys, like, most people are lovely.
Yeah.
But in Lima, it was very common that people would come up to you and be like, hey, can I get a picture, signature? Normal, right? Especially for players' talents.
Really?
Yeah, like a lot of people would, I mean, I guess the English barrier, whatever, but I spoke Spanish, right? And they would come up to me, and that was essentially what they would ask. But here I had people that would literally come up to me. It's like, hey, Avo, that was a great stage segment. I just appreciate you. I was like,
Maybe the language barrier, right? Like it's much easier for.
yeah, but I speak Spanish, right? So I was surprised that in Lima it was a bit different. In Lima, I love this phenomenon, which is people would line up to take pictures of talent, and then people would see a line and they would just join. They don't know who you are, and they're like, "Oh, hello."
Hello, can I get your signature?
And you write it down. They check. It's like they're trying to figure out who the fuck you are.
I had some guy like they were taking pictures with me, and some guy just stood and he's like, "Are you some big shot?" I'm like, no, I'm just a guy, And we just stood there and chatted for I don't know, a couple of minutes, seconds, whatever. But yeah, the crowd has been.
It was lovely.
It was really lovely. Like in my name, thank you to all the organizers of the event and everything. Yeah. Like I feel like Dota is growing again. I don't know. Is it the new patch, the event that's looking
the
great?
The copium we're all huffing.
I'm huffing some copium. I also haven't been on an event without paneling for a while. So like just being around and walking,
how is that?
It's at first it felt a little bit like I see the panel and I'm like, I want to be there. I want to talk the game. I want to do my work, right? But at the same time, I just had so much time to walk around and talk to people. So I don't know. I enjoyed it. It was quite nice.
Did you used to go to LANs before you were talent?
Well, not unless I was playing some. That's it. But I would usually lose.
Oh, so this might be like the first LAN you've actually attended just as
just to be a spectator.
Okay, how was it for you then? Now I want to hear.
Oh, it was great. Like I meet some people in the morning. Like I'm sitting at the hotel. Insania's girlfriend is passing by. She's like, "Let's go have some breakfast. I go have breakfast with her, with NatTea, with other talents, with Crit, because they got kicked out early on, so he could, you know, chill in the.
Oh right, sorry, crit. You mean I thought
Yeah.
NatTea got kicked out?
So he could chill, and yeah, it's nice just hanging around, talking Dota. It's like it fills you with some energy. It's different than when you work off it.
Yeah, I mean, the only event I've been to that I haven't, just as a spectator, has been some TIs.
Yeah.
That was pretty much it. I haven't actually been to outside of that. I sort of made it to this event, but I didn't get in the arena, so you don't get that full like feel from the fans. But watching it through, the television, I guess it looked great. The fans looked amazing, and the whole event itself was pretty spectacular. The grand finals was amazing.
Yeah.
The ceremony. Oh, those violinists are so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, the way they were sword fighting at the beginning.
I thought it was very nice.
Yeah, it looked really cool.
What about you, Thompson? Have you got a chance to go to an arena event as a spectator?
Yeah, this was the first one, I think. No. Last TI, I was also there because we played the last chance qualifiers and we lost.
You were technically a player then, though, I would say.
Huh?
You were a player then, technically.
Yeah, technically I was a player, but yeah.
Because it has to be like a free of feelings event, right? Like there's no regret like that.
Yeah. I guess this is the first one then.
How was it for you then?
Not as fun as a player. Though.
Yeah.
It's a bit boring. Like when first you're a player and then you get to experience all that. Then when you go there just to watch, it's not the same.
Yeah,
it doesn't feel as good.
How does it like? Do you just want to compete? Is the fire burning?
Yeah, it's like you want to compete. You want to go back to playing. You don't feel like being there, kind of like just watching it. Like
that's just going to happen if like you're still a player. You have to like fully retire, for example.
You have to accept.
Yeah, because like when
right?
I went to TIs after not qualifying, it's like, shit, I don't want to be here. I want to be playing here. It's like I'm watching people win when I want to be winning. It's a terrible feeling, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Tell me this. When's the last time you felt that fire? Like that you wanted to compete real bad?
Compete?
Yeah.
Spicy.
2017, I think, maybe 18.
Okay.
What about the year you coached Thunder Awaken at TI?
I thought it's a player. Was that the question?
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
as a player.
Sorry.
Yeah, like pretty much the same. 2018, 2019, like
17, 18, I would say. Yeah.
for me, it's like you see them compete. I obviously don't have 2 badges and 1 badge on my revere, but yeah, like it's still a competition is competition. You have to love it. Like, what do you like more right now, the game or the competition? What do you think?
maybe competition.
Yeah.
But I do love the game a lot still.
Of course.
So I think it's kind of both. Yeah.
I mean, the question comes down to, right, like, if you weren't competing anymore, a lot of pro players can't really take it and they'll retire. It's like, can you just play pubs for no reason?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, just over and over again, and
I think
just for MMR.
Most of us can.
Most of us can, but when you're a pro player, right, at one point that has won stuff, can you go back to doing that? I think that's the hard part.
Yeah, I think mostly the answer is going to be no.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you quit,
if
you quit the pro, then
I mean,
I know you do, but like a lot of talent, they'll play on ranked to like know the game.
Yeah.
But I know a lot of talent that they get anxiety when they play ranked and they stop doing it.
I know a lot of people that get anxiety.
Well, I think that a lot of the differences for a lot of players that play, they want to get better. They want to prove something, right?
Yeah.
But when you've already proved yourself, going back to just playing pubs for fun can be a bit more difficult, pretty much.
Okay, but like we had a lot of stand-ins this event, right? We had Kittrack and Mind Control as well playing for OG. Yeah. Like you guys done a pretty exceptional job overall. Like your organization. Like have you given any
you guys?
You guys. It's all you. It's all you. Like, have you given
there?
Yeah, it's
All right.
we guys. Like, do you ever talk to the team? Like, do you give any input to the new boys, or is
no?
it like,
I've actually.
your own
I don't even know them really. Like, I never actually talked to them.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
The new squad. I think it's mostly Johan and Sepp who are like more involved. I haven't been involved in since I left as a player. I haven't really been involved in the.
Okay, but like just coming back to those stand-ins, Mind Control reminds me of. Like, it all comes down to the player. Mind Control won TI. I'm waking up. I was still kind of playing. I'm waking up. I'm starting a pub 9 a.m. So he won the TI the night before. 9 a.m. I'm starting a pub. He's playing it. He's pubbing like the next day, literally.
I did too.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, I flew back. It's like you get back home and like, what else are you gonna do? This is what you've been doing for the past X amount of years.
Yeah.
It's just your routine.
Yeah. And it's enjoyable after all, right? Like
It is, of course.
yeah. How much do you pub?
Me?
Bravo, yeah.
Way too much
Way
for
too
like
much?
how bad I am. I still enjoy. I solo rank as well, like a degenerate. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
what's
terrible.
your rank at the
I don't want to say it's pretty terrible. Man, I lost 1,000 during my recalibration, but like
Okay. What's your rank confidence? Give me that.
rank confidence.
The confidence, yeah.
We're
Is
at
it
like
high?
30% right now.
30%.
I just recently unlocked the rank of really bad.
Are you one of those 0.1%ers that got the Val message?
No, Valve put me with Heralds, then they put me with Crusaders and Archons.
Okay.
And I'm like, we are confident you're bad. We got you, brother. And then they said, yeah, you're terrible. But I mean, look, I'm terrible, but that doesn't make me dislike Dota anymore. I am playing C, which, as you know, is something.
Yeah.
I've learned so many languages there, but mostly just insults. It's terrible. I would like, oh yeah, and I have Filipino friends. I'm like, hey, what does this mean? You can't say this. Oh, what does this mean? They can't say that either.
Man, I was taking a picture today with some people in the crowd, right? They come, can we take a pic, all this stuff, and they have those, those papers in which they write stuff.
The DHL one.
Yeah, and I didn't understand what was on it, and the girl was like, "Can you take a picture with this?" I'm like,
was it Tagalog?
"What? Yeah." I'm like, "Yeah, I will." What does it say? Please tell me. Like, I can't say it. So if there's a picture of me with something, I don't know.
Yeah. I've learned so much about history when you play in C because they'll get insults. They're in English and they're like very complicated things. You're like, what does this come from? And they're like, oh, this comes from this event that happened in our history and it's very relevant. It's like, oh, that's very interesting. You guys really hate each other, huh? Fascinating place.
But in NA, there's no such thing, right? Like you guys.
I hear it's the best server to play in.
Best server, right?
The
There's
best
no hate
region
there,
in the world, yeah.
right? No hate, no raging, nothing like that happens.
No, we have the best pubs in the world. Sometimes, like, items go missing, but I think it's a server issue. I don't know.
Oh, and when it does that, those server autocorrects by giving you shadow amulet.
Yeah, I mean, it corrects mistakes. It's the greatest server in the world, though, that's for sure.
At least there's
We
no.
got Quinn. Quinn was born in those streets right there. Look where he is now.
So is that the way?
That is actually the equivalent story of someone playing street ball their whole life, getting drafted to the NBA. Quinn is that street baller.
Yeah.
Well, there's another one here. Like, were your pubs difficult? Like, growing up in Europe, playing them.
I mean, not really. I guess EU pubs are always.
Chill.
I mean, all pubs are always not good, but from my experience in other regions, I have to say EU pubs are the most enjoyable.
I actually heard a story for Tops, and Nine told me that you guys kind of like played pubs for a while together when you were lower MMR. Is that true? Yeah, like 2 TI winners from the mid lane not too long ago came from like, was it the 5-6K bracket or something, playing pubs together?
This was, I guess, 2017.
Yeah.
And we were both kind of in this, what do you call them, the tier 3 teams.
Hey, I played against you guys. I call them Div 2, Tier 2.
Okay, we're tier 2, tier 1.5.
Like, I played against him, and I believe he literally, it was him and Nisha, they were in the same.
Oh, Nisha was there.
Oh, yeah, Nisha was also Kingwin.
Kingwin.
Yes.
No, they were called alternate attacks back then.
Yes.
So
the
it was-
Polish stack back
It
then.
was you. Did you play with Illidan?
Yes.
Yeah, you did. So he was playing with Illidan. Nisha was playing with alternate attacks. And who else was there? I'm not sure. Taiga, I believe, was around as well.
Taiga was in my team also.
And we screamed these 3 teams, and we lost every single game. They literally made us disband. Like, we just couldn't take it anymore. And then one goes into Secret, the other wins 2 TIs, and I'm like, yeah, I could have continued playing. Maybe
9 was in the Penta.
9 in Penta as well. Yeah, together with Skitter.
Yeah, Skitter, yeah.
Right,
they played
yes,
together.
true.
Yeah. Like, is there a longer story in Dota besides the 2 of them when it comes to how long they've been together and playing?
It's in the Insania and Nikke. They were also
around that.
They were also playing in same team like back then at the same time. I don't remember the name of that team, but we also played against them, I believe, at some point. Yeah.
And one thing that I really like about the majors, about the TIs, is when all these teams, they come together, and I love to watch them flame each other on different servers, but when everyone is on the same server, I feel like carry players and mid laners, they try to get that rank 1, right? Like if everyone is in Europe, you want to be the top.
Yeah.
Did you feel ever that, or like you
Yeah,
want to play
of
if
course.
nothing else more, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's like a respect thing, right? If you're rank 1, you get the respect of all the players. So it's like there's 2 different ways of like Dota to get respected. One is through rank and the other through winning tournaments, right? But if you can do both, then you're just like the king, right?
Yeah.
So that's like the goal.
What are you if you only get rank 1?
I mean, you're just a pub star.
It was, Oh, that reminds me of a story with from XG, their carry Ghost,
Yeah.
the Malaysian, who they had a okay performance this tournament, right? But he's been a rising star. But he's older actually. He's like 25, 26 now. He's my age, and he says that when he was looking for teams, because he went to university, left university, and he was looking for teams, but he's too old to be a carry. And so to do so, to actually get into teams, even though he's very good, he had to be rank 1 for a whole month, and he pubbed for like a whole month. Maintain rank 1. He said it was the worst month of his life. But that's how he got into teams.
I mean,
Just
you
to
have
prove
to
that he's.
you have to prove yourself
Yeah,
something.
but it was only
right?
because he was 25. They look at his idea like, nah, man, too old, and then threw it in the
Really?
trash. Yeah.
5. Huh?
How you've been in teams, right? Ages.
I mean, Sumel is like what 24 now.
Yeah.
He's-
yeah. He was what?
He's got one more year left in him.
This is what they say, right? This is a real thing. In Beast Coast, they call Stinger old man. They make jokes.
Wait.
Called
What's the cutoff then? 27, 26?
27, I think, is the cutoff. What would you say is the cutoff
Yeah.
for a player? When are you too old to play?
Dude, there's no such age, I think.
Look at how wholesome he is. Oh,
It's just I don't know, there's just a bad mentality like, oh, you're like 29 or whatever. People think you're old, like you're still young. Like, come on, like it's all about the mentality. Just like you can still be the best, I'm sure. Yeah.
have you heard it before though on smaller teams you've been? The whole age theory.
No, not the teams that I've been. No,
Okay.
no.
I don't know.
Maybe it's a C thing.
I mean, age is like it's hard to like say why it's the problem
I mean,
for a lot of reasons.
We,
right?
we invited Old Man Fear. Of course, we're gonna end up talking about age.
I mean, it comes down to like a couple things happen when you get older, right? One is your body's more prone to being injured, right? So like
Yep.
potentially you could just be slower because you have some injuries. And then I think the big thing for a lot of older players is just motivation.
Does your
Right,
back
right.
hurt, like from all the carrying and stuff?
Actually,
The shoulder,
recently it's kind of been
the
hurting a little
massage
bit.
here?
Yeah, that's,
Okay.
that'll help 'em.
I'm recreating the mind control.
Yeah, but
piece
you
again.
need the.
That's very good, actually.
It helps.
No, but for real though, like at some point when you play for long enough, like how long can you keep your motivation for? Can you keep it for like 20 years?
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know, it depends. Like is it sustainable? For a lot of players as you get older, you start moving on to different things in life. You have less time to play Dota, or maybe you just don't have that same passion anymore. And for some people, like myself as well, maybe you get an injury and you're just like now you just can't play the same because there's a physical problem.
Yeah, but luckily enough, I believe that, like, just looking at all the crowd at the major and looking all the upcoming stars, I was worried. Maybe 5-6 years ago, I was worried about the younger generation when it comes to Dota, if we're gonna have it. But I'm happy to see that there is quite a lot of new players coming into the scene.
Yeah, and I don't really mind if it's an age thing either. Person, like I agree that you want the newer generation, but I don't mind if someone started at 20. Like I think Stormer is a great example of a player who hit his big break when he was like 25, and for a mid laner that's considered relatively old, right?
Yeah.
I'm with you. I'm with Fear in the sense that it's to me age seems to be much more of a mental thing, or it depends on what stage of life you've reached. I know some people who are like 23. I mean, actually, you're a great example. you got kids much earlier than I guess the average European would do, and that's a different stage in life. It has nothing to do with your age, right? I don't think that the number itself is a matter.
Yeah, of course not.
Yeah, I think it's just mentally like what stage are you in life, like how much are you willing to commit to Dota and things like that. I don't think it's just related to kind of like what stage in life you're right now. Like not so much on the if you're 25 or 29. I'm pretty sure there's no difference there. Like other than
The physical aspect that you talked about.
I mean, I think the one thing that Dota's missing right now is entertaining players.
Yeah.
I feel like
You want some beef in the scene or what?
no, I don't want like drama. I want like some innovation, you know, like Eternal Envy stuff. Like you got some teams
want
there
hype on
that are
Power
doing
Ranger?
crazy. Yeah, I do. Like even Thompson when he played, he was innovative on his item builds. Right now, it feels like all the new players are just like playing it, you know, pretty straight edge or just going on normal item builds. Haven't seen many like crazy players doing new things except for maybe Emo from IG. He was a pleasure to watch.
Yeah,
He was
the
doing-
Soaring Storm.
It's like seeing new things is fun for Dota, and I feel like lately maybe it's the game, not the players, right? But like it feels like there's not a lot of innovation playing. And speaking of OG as well, like that's the team. Like when you were playing on the team, they had so much innovation. It was fun to watch, and now it's just kind of like. You know, these are good quality Dota games, but we're so like,
think
you know,
people
what's
are
going on?
maybe
What are they think this is like next level type of stuff, right?
The teams that innovate seem to not be as successful these days.
Might be the game, right?
Like Execration, I would put, for example, as one of the teams that is kind of innovative. Like I like watching them play because they come up with some really weird strats. Sure, they have some very standard strats like Visage auras, but you know they were the Marcy carry team for a long time. They had like some very interesting ideas that never really pan out because a lot of these teams that are innovative, they don't have the fundamentals as closed down.
Of course, yeah.
So that's a difficulty. I think teams like OG are magical where you have the fundamentals and also the innovation on top of that.
Yeah.
That's why I liked it at Envy too. Envy had great fundamentals.
So you need
Really
a little bit
fun.
of crazy, a little bit of freedom in a
Yes,
team, right?
I like the crazy
Yeah.
man. Envy would make plays and then genuinely you'd go, I don't know what he's doing. I can't figure it out.
Yeah, I think that also comes with age. Like when you're younger, you can experiment a little bit crazier. You can do things like in Dota, like you can do stuff.
I was not taking that.
Yeah.
Okay,
You looked at me. Where are you?
I was excited. I don't know what you're talking about.
Of course you were, but yeah. With that, we do have some old people here that do need to go take their meds and
Nap time.
and nap time and have some milk, you know. But too bad. I want to thank all of you for coming. I want to thank ESL for the major as well. It was an amazing experience.
Yeah.
You here for coming, Avo, Thompson as well. Everyone else that's still watching, stick around, but because we will not end the show. Instead, what we will do, might bring some young blood. We will switch up a couple of us on the panel, on the podcast, and continue talking Dota. Bye-bye.
came in while I was doing it. All right. Hey. Hello and welcome.
Oh, get that out of my face.
What is the show called?
Monkey Business Show.
Monkey business.
Welcome to Monkey Business Show. This is a quadcast live from the after party, courtesy of the Monkey Business Show and OG. Welcome to the show. Hashtag Dreamoji.
This is riveting content. I'm so glad we signed up for this. Your turn, Slacks.
I just didn't want to talk to anybody. I don't do well at after parties. Too many conversations. I can't keep up with the charade any longer of being a social human being. I'd rather be locked in this thunderdome of silence than have to speak to anyone.
This is actually a way that you can get a one-on-one conversation with Slacks. You just line up, there's a door right there.
true.
And I promise you, in about 8 minutes time, we're gonna rotate out of here. We're gonna get 3 more people in here. And this is how Slacks is gonna get his social interaction at the after party.
This is how we break Slacks.
Yeah,
just
we just
bring
put
in
more
fans
random
one by
people.
one just to get to talk to them.
So Slacks, what about that win ranger today, am I right?
Yeah, lost like always. Every fucking game someone got eliminated. It's a win ranger. That's my one F word. They said it's PG-13. I can do one.
Yeah, he used it.
What about the rest of us? What the hell?
I didn't hear you swear.
I didn't swear. So.
Me and Nat are doing bad body language, so it looks like we don't like each other, which is true.
What?
It's true. They hate each other. They're competing hosts.
Huh?
They're competing hosts.
We've got a lot of beef going back some way. Nat was rude to me the first time I met her. She said,
What did she say?
"Can I swear?"
Only once.
As long as you're quoting her exactly.
She said, "Who's that bold cunt?"
Oh!
And I thought, gosh, that's rude. But she is Australian, and they use that word like, like a full stop.
Very liberally, yes.
I just used it in replace of mate, I thought we were on that level. It's this parasocial relation. I had seen Pyrion hosting so much. I'm like, well, now that I'm a host, I get to drop it. I get to just use it. I get to jump right into it.
It's a fishbowl.
She should come. Oh, I was gonna say she should come behind us, but then I remembered she can't actually hear us.
No, that's true. Amy, come behind.
Very sharing.
Oh, so she still can't hear us if I
kind.
shout in the mic either. So to give someone some idea, you can see some people behind us. We're in like a fishbowl in the ground floor of a bar. I don't know if they built this specially. Saberlight's going to come around the back. Let's see if we can get Saberlight. This Saber Chad.
Wow, there
Suck it. He gave us a suck it.
Suck it.
Yay!
There's Sheepstick. Suck it.
Vita's here, by the way, as well. There was this part of me. I love you three. Don't get me wrong. Do not take this out of context.
What the hell?
But there was this bit of me that I would have loved Fear and Alex on these catches too with me.
I mean, we can leave and go
That's
get
not what
them
I'm
for
saying
you.
at all.
It's okay.
That is a
Jesus.
I absolutely love a conversation with you guys too.
Have we
Especially Pyrion putting words in my mouth.
Wait, have you ever been on a show with Ted?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
So this is your first introduction to him.
We have
On a
never
show.
worked together.
I wish you
And we
were
never
somebody
will.
else.
Yep, pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, fair.
The first time you met till now, first time, first show. Goodness gracious.
The pillar's just getting higher.
Unbelievably rude, but a pleasure to see you again.
It's so great to see you, Slack. Remember the last time we were on this show together? Gosh, how
Why are
time
you always
flies.
fighting? Why are you always fighting with us, Nat? Be kind.
I don't even have an excuse to that because he's kind of right. I kind of do get aggressive. The camera turns on and I'm like, oh, I have to be
you're so
aggressive.
feisty. Please, Nat.
It's the Australian.
That's the rise of the new talent. She's trying to bring down the old dogs.
That's right. I was actually going to tell a story though. We can talk about that, but I was going to tell a story.
Tell your story.
Today was the first time I ever realized that I am actually like a traumatized Australian, right? So many times I'll...
It's one of those kind of shows. Oh,
It's
okay.
one of those, right?
All right.
There is a point to this. Yeah, this is great.
Did a dingo take your baby?
A dingo ate my baby. Yeah. No, it was over the course of the last 2 weeks, I've been convincing or trying to convince talent friends to come and visit in Australia, and everyone, it's the same reason. No, I hate snakes. No, can't do spiders. No, I don't want to go where things can kill me, right? I'm trying to defend my country. I'm like, it's not that bad. I promise you, it's not actually that bad. And the hotel I'm staying in, it's not one solid double bed. It's like 2 singles pushed together. And the bed was pushed apart with a little crack down the middle.
Yeah.
And I woke up and I was thinking about a snake or a spider sort of being there. I was like, this is it. This is the moment I realized this is not a normal thought. This is definitely an Australian thought.
Do you brush out your boots?
Yeah.
Before you were just I
I mean, not
the
in a
crawlies
hotel.
out, of
not
course.
in a hotel, but if I leave my shoes outside, yeah.
Right, may I?
Yeah.
That is not something you ever have to do in the UK. Come to the UK.
Yeah.
There is nothing scary.
That is not my reason for not going to Australia.
That is my reason.
It's so goddamn far away. That is entirely the reason. What the hell?
But you've traveled to places very far away, and I can't imagine that you ever thought, I won't go to Singapore because it's far away.
Okay. If Nat is gonna pay me to go to Australia, I'll go to Australia. There you go.
Before we
There we
move
go.
on,
It all comes down to money.
I would like to say I would rather die from a snake bite than go to Britain.
I was gonna say you went to Australia, Slacks. You've been to Australia.
I've been there, mate.
Were you ever scared? Were you ever scared at any point?
No, the only thing I was scared of was my wallet. It was horrible. What the? Huh? I was in Birmingham. I was in Australia. Australia, you go there as an American, you're like, okay.
You've been to Birmingham, and everybody loved you, and you were at the Birmingham Major.
Yeah.
You loved it there.
I did.
You had a
Fish and
great
chips were
time.
delicious.
That was the first time you did DHL, man, which I know you enjoyed.
I fucking, yes, indeed.
Whoa, he used a second swear word
I
there.
said something else.
Oh.
Indeed is what I said. No, I've been to Australia. I was shocked at the prices. You know?
Of what?
Everything.
Okay.
All I know about Australia is from the Crocodile Dundee movies. So I figure, you know, you go in there, you slab with some animal on the counter, give them like a knife, and they'll give you a beer. No, everything's like, me and my wife took like a little jolly ride with some dude on a cart to breakfast. He's like, all right, that'll be $70, mate. And I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? $70?
I feel like you fell into a tourist trap.
No, we go out to breakfast, and I was like, 2 waffles, mate. That's $70. And I'm like, are you guys coordinating? Every place I went, they were like, sorry, mate, $70 fucking dollars. And I'm like, stop. What's wrong with your economy? You just
your accent, your Australian accent.
what? I used to work at Outback Steakhouse.
Yeah, that's an authentic Aussie accent.
I can still do the
He picked
phone.
it up when he was there.
Good night, mates, and welcome to Outback Steakhouse in Louisville.
Oh, that's where we got it from. We got it from Outback
Located at
Steakhouse. Now it'll make
988
sense.
Dillon Road. We got ourselves a blooming onion, mate. That's what I used to do. I'm so sorry, Nat. I know
No,
this
that is the
culture.
bloomin' onion is the most American thing I think I've ever seen. I'm not even joking.
I loved working at Outback
So
just
it's-
because it was a cultural offense.
It literally is.
They're like, we have Australia's favorite beer, Foster's.
And I'm like, what?
What?
I'm like, that's ridiculous. I don't think anyone would ever put that as Australia's favorite beer. That's unbelievable.
Man, it's wild. It was made in Florida. Real dark stuff. Disgusting compared to Red Bull.
Outback.
Love a good Red Bull, yeah.
Red Bull, sorry.
Wait, you got a the logo, you know?
Absolutely.
Yep.
I want to ask you a question. In the UK, and any older Brits out there, there's probably like 3 of them maybe watching this. You might remember something called Castlemaine 4X, which was a lager that was advertised as the Aussie lager, where a bunch of blokes just standing around a barbecue going, "Good murder a Castlemaine 4X," and they'd always drink it. And it was just 4Xs down the side of a can of lager. Right. And there was the Castlemaine 4X, that was like the advert. And then Foster's. And I don't know any Aussies that actually drink Foster's because it's dog.
Yeah, I don't even think I've heard of that beer that you're talking about.
Whoa, whoa. Why is it, aren't you? I thought I was told that it was Australian for beer. That's what the word meant.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what.
Look, I could just
the
either be a
television
different
taught me.
generation or not truly Australian. And I'm okay with either.
You're telling me you never took the ute up to Ayers Rock, cracked open a Foster's, and stabbed someone hard in the gut, all right? And they made me do birthdays at Outback Steakhouse, you know?
Wait, did you work there?
Yeah.
He was a manager at Outback
8
Steakhouse.
years.
Listen to the birthday story.
8 years.
Let's tell.
Oh my gosh.
So I have
And
a
did you
habit.
serve people in that accent, by the way?
Yeah. So I had a habit where I was, too weak to quit jobs, so I would just do stupid shit till I got fired. And they never ended up firing me. So one day, I was really just bored out of my mind. I came to Outback dressed as the TF2 sniper. And I kept doing like, oh, Saxon Isle! I was just saying like random crap. Anyway, so this guy asked for a birthday for his kid. Outback Steakhouse doesn't do birthdays. But I was like, sure. So I took a didgeridoo off the wall.
You didn't even say it right, but continue.
Apologies. And I went up to the kid and I guess I'll just do it. So you were like the little kid, right? I walked up.
It's my first birthday.
I need you to hold this, please. Okay. I just made up a song on the spot, So I walked up and I gave this like psychotic look to him. I guess.
Yo, what the fuck are you kidding?
Why? Stop. I gotta clap. I'm trying to clap here.
All right, I'll hold it.
So he's the kid, right? Where's the camera angle? Right here. All right, you guys are the kid right there, right? And I just walked up and went, Bones, bones, birthday! 3, hooray, 2. And I did that, and the kid he was terrified, absolutely terrified. And I took the didgeridoo and go right in his face, scared the living daylights out of him.
The didgeridoo.
Yeah, I want a clarity. How do you think you spell this word, by the way, that you're trying to pronounce?
It's an Australian.
Do you think there is an N in this word? Do you think there is an N in that word?
What can you do?
It is didgeridoo.
All right, thanks. Anyway, so the parents go up to the managers, and I'm like, this is it. I'm getting fired. Hell yeah. No, they're like, hey, they really love that. That was great. So whatever. Next day, some people come in. They're like, is this the Outback where they do the birthday songs? Everyone started coming in.
We want to scare the shit out of our kid.
Right. So 3 weeks go by. My manager's like, hey, don't come to work without the outfit. And that was my old job. Every day I walk around doing the stupid song, being in character, and it was like that for like a year and a half.
It's like, did you know it's actually my birthday today? And I was wondering, no, it's not actually, but I did want him to sing. I did want him to sing.
I'm sorry. But yeah, that was miserable. Thank you. That is the story.
That's a great story. I had no idea.
The man is losing his voice. Don't make him sing anymore. He's been shouting for the last 3 days extremely loud.
Yeah.
He's got to go home to a normal life.
Do it again.
Slash do the bong about your birthday.
Thank you. Where did you used to work anywhere besides Dota?
Yeah, I have an engineering degree.
Cool.
Yeah, thanks, mate. Yeah.
In what?
Electrical engineering. Wow. I have I dual majored, one in electrical and one in process engineering. So I worked as an engineer for 2.5 years, which is really freaking boring in comparison to happy birthday, mate, to you.
Oh my God. I think. Oh, Sheep is here.
No, she can squeeze in. She can slot in.
No. Take the.
Do you reckon we could convince Fia? Do you reckon we could convince Fia? Bye, Ted.
Bye, Ted.
Thank you so much for joining us. It's been lovely to have
Put
you.
him on here. Get the panel back.
Fia, where are you?
Here.
Hello. How are you?
I'm great.
I'm happy to leave.
So
You know they're having their own side.
Whenever you want.
They're having their own side conversation there.
What are you talking about, guys?
Hello.
Hey. Hey.
Sheep, did you ever have a job before Dota?
No. She
Have you seen the way
I
she
can answer this
behaves?
for her. She didn't make it through one
Have you seen what
semester of
she
uni.
eats at
That's
events?
so fucked. Sorry, they literally told me don't swear when you go in.
Don't
And
swear.
it's made her fourth
We
word.
already used the one F word. You can't swear.
Flax came in the first 30 seconds, used up our F word.
Yeah, he did.
I'm sorry.
My
Wait,
bad.
the other rule was also not to talk about anything other than Red Bull.
Yeah, and then you guys immediately started talking
Yeah,
about
the third rule was don't mention that the show has rules, so we're really on a
Was
great.
that- no one told me that one. I'm still okay.
Oh no.
She didn't get down that far. She only stopped at the first rule.
Okay.
Kat, did you ever have a job prior to this?
yes.
Did you get to also sing happy birthday to some people?
No. I worked at a hardware store, and then I worked at a paper factory, and I worked in the military.
Wait, what did you do in the paper factory?
That's the one you want.
I drove a forklift. It was very
okay.
boring. It was not that interesting.
Nice. How high? How high did it go?
It went very high. It was
Yeah?
a vacuum truck, so it had these 2 suction heads on the front. They would lift these big reams of paper that were like
Massive.
they were like a ton.
Jesus.
Very heavy. And sometimes you would lift it all the way up and it'd be like 15 feet high, and then it would drop, and it would be like a bomb would explode, and I almost killed somebody once.
That's hype.
What color was the paper?
It was white.
Cool.
Cool.
I did work experience, if that counts.
No.
No?
No.
No, that absolutely does not
It was
count, you
I went-
child.
Yeah, her work experience is actually paddling Dota.
No, my work experience was I went to a graphic design company because I wanted to do graphic design, and then I just drew pictures all day.
Like that? This is how you drew?
It's really interesting.
Dude, you know what it is? They
Wow.
were showing me their like official art. They're like, here's our like graphics for this thing, and I'm like, a toddler drew this. Like, this is actually just terrible art. I was like, I'm also terrible at art, but I can do better than that. So I started
terrible.
Yeah, so I started drawing things for them. They were like, wow, you're great. And then like when they said goodbye to me, they gave me a little art book, and they were like, you were fantastic.
You know what? You know what I can't get over? The fact Slacks is over here. Wow. That was super interesting.
Yeah,
to
he's
me and
true.
Nat, who had actual jobs instead of your ass, who was 8
I know,
years at
it's
the
like-
Outback fucking steakhouse.
Someone who had an issue with
You
quitting
had-
his job.
I
He's like,
had-
wow, a paper factory. Wow, the military. Wow,
I
engineering.
did think, well, every time I'm genuinely interested in stuff, people are like, oh, he doesn't care. He's being sarcastic. Like, what do you want me to do? I'm genuinely like, wow, that's neat.
Wow.
Neato. Neato.
It was neat. I've had more jobs than that, you know.
I haven't
I worked
had
in
the same
construction. I worked as a lab assistant. I worked at a movie theater.
Name one construction tool.
Forklift
Nah.
for paper movement.
He's got me. Yeah, he definitely worked in
you.
construction. He definitely worked in construction, let me tell you. Yeah.
We shared. Yeah,
My real job in this cube is just to hold the microphone up for my lady.
that's very
I'm a
cute.
lady. Thank you.
Please.
Wonderful.
This is her newest job. She gets paid for this.
Cool.
Cool.
Do I actually?
No.
Did you ever kill anybody in the military?
Yeah, you said you almost killed someone at the paper factory, but
Yeah, it was a paper factory. I almost killed somebody.
Cool.
Cap, if
Well,
you,
that's neat.
Cap, if you could kill one person in the Dota talent scene, who would it be?
Holy
you
base.
have to be in this dome.
We're not going through this one, all right?
The person is in this dome.
Oh, no. We don't.
If a fight did break out in this dome, who do you think would win? Like, who do you think would be the last one standing?
I mean, Lizard's here.
Yeah.
No, in this
Like
dome.
the four of us.
Oh, in this dome?
Yeah, right now.
Cap. For sure. Sorry, girls.
Even if we like teamed up to take him down first.
And we
Yeah.
pulled like a Hunger Games, you know?
Absolutely.
You still think Cap?
I think all three of us would crumble from one hit.
I agree.
If you don't team up with them, I'll make sure it's nice and quick and painless.
Done. Lock and loaded. Even under like 28 days later rules where we're like, and we like freak out, he'd still take all of us. It would just be a really cool intro to his movie. We're done. We are done. You guys ever been in a real fight?
No.
Nah, I've been in boxing. I've been in a boxing ring before.
About to be.
You know,
You must start believing in violence, cause you're in it.
No, the only thing I've ever seen is, you know, when you're in school and like the circle forms.
No, the
it's like,
forming.
She started the circle. She started. She's
I would
like
never
pushing
start-
the kids back.
Absolutely not. No, I would always see the circle from afar and run over as fast as I could to be a part of it.
And she'd like push more people in.
Yeah, original soy jacking.
Oh,
Why?
jeez.
Uh-oh.
Take me. Oh,
He's gone. He said it. He swore again.
That means I'm next.
Look. Speaking of fighting, would you guys ever? You seen Ludwig's chess boxing thing, right?
Hello, Chief Stick. I was just looking for you,
Yeah, what's up?
and then they told me to go in here.
Did you found me? What was he?
Are we being live streamed?
Yes.
Oh, that's cool.
Don't say you're normal.
Jenkins, if you had to
Diarrhea.
if you had to get in the boxing ring with someone, who would it be?
In Dota?
Yeah, Dota talent scene. You had to get in the boxing.
Oh my God, Quinn. He's just absolutely.
It's the funniest thing because that's my answer too.
That was your answer?
I have a screenshot, and Quinn it literally says he would get in the ring
Are
with
you
me.
guys stupid?
He would get in the.
Out of
Yeah.
everyone in the Dota scene that I
Why?
think might have killed someone,
You think it's
pro players probably Quinn. Like serial killer, like Dexter style. Not,
we can, dude, we can see him there. We can just bring him in.
he's laughing. He's nodding and laughing
All right,
and doing this.
If the OG people are listening, ask Quinn to come in here because he will. I guarantee it. I guarantee.
He's great. He's,
You wanna come in?
he's waving. No, I'm not saying like a sick bad person. I'm saying like Dexter. You know, like secretly
he's-
does it to get the urges
very
out.
clinical and stuff.
Yeah.
And he, like, I was gonna say lures people in. I was like, I don't want to paint this picture of Quinn. He's not like that, you know.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Thank you, Jenkins.
Can I have one of these?
Yeah, man.
We don't own this. You can have them all.
Can I have
I'd
one?
have these all week, to be
I
honest.
actually no. Wait.
Jenkins, would you join a fight circle of Dota talent and Dota players in a circle, and then two people are fighting? Would you go, yeah, get them? Or would you be the guy saying, stop, guys?
Do I have to fight?
No. He's essentially asking, would you egg them on, or would you be like, bro, this isn't okay. Like, let's not fight.
Oh my God. Oh, it's so good.
You reckon you could down that? You reckon you could chug that?
No, I'm not gonna try. I'm gonna enjoy it.
No, I'm
I've been
asking
able
you-
to have these all week for.
I'm asking if you
obvious
think
reasons.
you could. I'm asking if you think you could.
Where's our producer? Do we have a producer?
We are the producer. Who we got coming in?
Oh, here we go.
Hey, yo, get
Here
in.
we go.
This way?
No, no. Dude, we only go two microphones. Holy, the man of the hour.
Hello. Hello. How's it going?
It's good. How are you?
I'm good. How's it feel to be the host of such an esteemed show?
Did you know that there's a live show going on here, and we're on it now?
No, I thought it was just a cow. I was coming to hang out. I saw the drinks, little monkeys.
Did anything happen? Anything exciting happen lately, Quinn?
I took a shower this morning.
Okay.
What? No way. Did you brush your teeth as well?
I did.
I got a question for you.
Wait, no, I had the most fucked up thing to say
Wait,
about
can I
Quinn.
go? Can we
Okay,
rock
okay.
paper scissors? Rock paper scissors.
Okay.
Who goes first?
All right.
On shoot.
Wait, how do you do it?
Rock paper scissors shoot.
Okay.
Rock paper scissors shoot. Rock paper scissors shoot. Rock paper scissors shoot. Okay, you go ahead.
The real problem there was that you didn't start with Rock.
I forgot what my
Rock
question
always
was for you
wins.
anyway.
Okay, good.
Yeah, okay, what I was going to say was,
One sec. Say it again.
Good.
what I was going to say was, Quinn shaves not using shaving cream. This was
What?
the most,
That's true.
messed up thing that I found out
Yeah.
about Quinn, ever.
Why do you not use shaving cream?
Wait, neither of you?
Are you serious?
Using shaving cream takes so long. It's so messy and it takes forever.
I feel like we need someone else to weigh in on this, because, like, I don't have a beard to shave, you know?
Why do I look? Put the camera.
Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Put that camera back for 1 second. Do I look that shiny to you?
No?
Yes.
Do you think you look shiny?
Yes. There is a shine. Are you talking about, like, here and your nose?
It's Ted.
I look shiny on
I'm a
the
Ted
camera.
fan.
I'm a big Ted fan.
Because you're beautiful and
what
you're
was-
shining with
what
your
was your-
radiant personality,
It wasn't a
Jenkins.
question.
What was your question?
It wasn't a question. It was a statement.
Oh, I don't. Do
And then I thought you guys were gonna
Do you use the
answer.
hot water? Like you put your face in the hot water?
I kind of just like get my face wet and then in the shower and then I just and then I like feel around and then I'm like and then I get out because I inevitably missed a spot and then I look in the mirror and I feel
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yep. I'm paying attention, but I'm also looking for the next.
I have a question for you. When you shower, do you brush your teeth in the shower?
does anyone on earth do that?
Yes.
Dude, I thought that Jenkins washing his dishes in the shower was a joke.
Wait, what?
And then I went into Jenkins's room and I found out that, and then I saw steam coming out of the bathroom. I was like, what's going on in here? And I just see a little tumbler and a plate in the shower.
Why do you
There's
have
a lot
dishes
of
in
things.
your
I feel like there's a lot of things we could just
room.
start like airing out about each other. You know, I've seen Lizard do his washing in the clothes washing in the shower before in a hotel.
What about like the laundry service?
Do you want to pay
You
for
gotta ask
that?
him that one, bro. You gotta ask him that one.
There's no dish service in a hotel. Just FYI. So I do it in the shower.
Why do you have dishes?
Yeah. What other dishes?
Protein drink.
Oh, so like your shaker.
Protein shaker. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not a dish. I thought you were like out here with like a full china set, you know, like he's having a 6-course meal in his fine china, and then he goes in the shower and washes it, you know,
Do you
Sorry,
do
how
that,
do you wash
Jenkins?
it?
like this. He's like scraping the leftover turkey out.
Profanity. Get him out. That's
him out,
profanity.
get him out, throw him out,
Where's
throw him
security
out.
at?
She F-bombed it up earlier.
Did you F-bomb it up?
F-bomb in that?
I said I had the most fucked up thing about Quinn to say.
Leave now.
I'm literally trying to make eye contact with anyone, and everyone is so
They're dodging eye
good
contact.
that they're just ignoring me. They're all just like, they'll see me like look towards them, and they'll be like,
Why are you trying to leave
Just
me?
look away.
Wait, what do you mean you're trying to make eye contact? I try to avoid eye contact with
I'm
people.
trying to
And I
make
know
eye
he does too
contact
because
with my opposing
that.
panel to...
Yeah, especially I don't know, like in closed spaces, I just kind of look at my shoes a little bit, you know.
Oh,
especially
like-
with
by the way,
intimidating.
you should get new shoes.
Bro,
You tell me this a lot.
I do. I tell him this almost every time I see him.
he's opening up about his
Yay or nay?
vulnerabilities inside of elevators, and that you just shouted over him.
Excuse me, shoes. Are you cringe?
Yes.
It's pretty cringe, dude.
All right, what can you do? Sometimes your shoes just cringe, you know.
How many majors do you have to win before you get a new pair of shoes?
That's what I'm saying.
About Benz.
I've been saying that.
I don't know. Maybe I'll get shoes. Maybe I'll get new shoes soon.
If I buy you, what size shoes are you?
Like a 12 US.
I realize I have to hold the mic to your face.
Yeah, I realized that too. Like a 12 US.
I just default hold
We're
it to Nat's mouth, and then when
we're
I
the
want to
same
speak, I
size.
bring it back.
No, we're not.
Wait, what's the height difference between you
Are
two?
we? We're similar.
What's the height
actually.
difference? Can you guys stand up? I want to know the height difference.
He's taller than me by like an inch.
The camera wasn't built for this.
Everyone, that's the height difference.
That's a good meme.
We are so stupid. We are really stupid.
Bait and switch, huh?
That's a clip, you know. Clip it and ship it.
Clip and ship it, boy.
I don't know where you're shipping it, but ship it somewhere.
Yeah.
What should be you guys? We got us. You got you.
Would you if you guys were in an elevator together, would you make out?
No, I'd have to look at the ground.
Well, I thought that was only with someone like the most special.
No,
His name.
No, I
No.
I just always look at the ground.
Ram dog.
I didn't say it.
You know he's here.
I saw him.
Yeah.
I said hi.
Aw,
Walking down the stairs.
nice. Great for you.
Yeah, it was a really
a
great
career
moment.
and a professional, personal development.
It was the highlight of the night, really. It was heartfelt, emotional.
Literally nothing else has topped it.
It was, yeah.
Nothing else today could ever beat the fact that he's
No, nothing at all.
Zero.
Nope. That
You
was
heard it here
Except for
first.
maybe being in this catch, right?
yeah.
With Jenkins,
The couch
not
is a
us.
close second.
Should we bring him in?
Can
I
I
thought we could replace.
can I make a point here?
Go ahead.
I just want to say that
Yep.
I came here expecting to just sit in the corner and look down at
Oh, you are.
at a party because I'm not cool, and it's
You're cool.
and it's great to just be on a talk show randomly. This is very convenient.
Yeah. I also actually I want to be wholesome for a moment. I feel like I've had people at different moments be like, "You've worked with Jenkins before. Like, how is Jenkins? You know, I want to know about Jenkins." I'm like, he is exactly the same like on screen as he is off, but more wholesome. Like, just imagine the insane ability that goes on in Jenkins' brain, except more wholesome. That's it. What you see right here is what you get.
I would fight anyone that says anything bad about Jenkins ever.
Agreed.
Say something.
I like Jenkins.
I like Jenkins.
Oh, I had a thing, but I can't remember what it was.
That's funny.
I had a thing. Oh, I had a really good thing here. You do one.
Oh,
We've got a person entering the.
Is it-
Holy!
This is not fair. The one person I wanted to share with. Oh, thank you. Wait, you have yours too?
yeah, I brought mine.
USA! 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 USA!
See you, Nat.
Bye, Nat.
That's what happens when you.
Coming in as well, sheep.
Wait, for real? I'm gone.
I mean,
That's
we
fine.
Can, we can
I can dip. I can dip.
No one wants to see you
Jack
dip.
wants to be with you.
Yeah, why
Jack
would
wants
you?
to be with me?
Why would you call
I wanna be with
Jack?
Jack,
Come in,
yeah.
come in, and then as soon as Jack comes in, you leave.
It's called the old bait and switch.
Oh, you trapped him in here. Like,
yes, exactly.
like a rat.
Like a little rat. Little bear.
How long do you think it would take someone to go insane if they were in here with Jenkins for like 24 plus hours?
Yes.
Just say yes.
You know.
I like Jenkin.
Smell that. Brussels sprouts.
Is that your deodorant variant? Or do you just rub Brussels sprouts down there, up there?
Down there. What do you do with Brussels sprouts, buddy?
Rubbing them.
Get them out. Where's security?
Security.
Get them out.
Was that egregious?
I'm really bad with this. You want to try to do the mic thing or?
I
Okay.
can also hold it. You tired?
No, it's just I would usually.
It's
hold
lighter
it
than
to
I
your
expected.
mouth So that when you
Now I know how you feel.
I can try practicing the host, you know? Feel like, yeah, it's switched.
Jack's coming.
Give me that back. I'm better at it. I'm better. I give it.
Here you go, Jack. You get the microphone.
Snake King.
Jack, you get it.
They hugged off camera.
Don't break the immersion.
Oh my god.
I'll break your emotion.
Oh my god. Look
Look.
what's this is
John Woo.
this is kind of a reunion here. We have
By Chen.
you know, there's a is it time to tell well, first of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
Of course, once again, you know, another NA escapee has managed to win yet another major /TI, bringing Avery Silverman one step closer to the brink of hurting himself.
Sag.
So I think it's time to share the Mala chicken story. Is it time? Is it time?
There,
Is it
you
time?
hold the mic.
All right, Quinn, you're the
I'm
narrator.
not sharing the story, dude. I'm not a storyteller. You tell it.
Okay, all right. So one day, I think you guys had just joined the team, right?
Yeah, it wasn't too long after. Joining.
Okay, so this was the qualifier, I think, for Disneyland. All right, so we returned from Croatia. We just returned from the Croatia minor, kit track. Quinn was sick, so Quinn had like the flu. All right, so Quinn, we ordered one of our favorite lunch dishes, which is mala chicken. You know, it's like kind of spicy, crunchy chicken, right? So Quinn goes and eats it. He doesn't finish because he's Quinn Callahan. He doesn't have the biggest appetite, as you can tell. You know, but he's sick. So Jing Jun Woo comes down. He finishes his mala chicken, and then he starts eyeing Quinn's. And then me and Aoi both look at him, and we're just like, are you fucking serious? Like, no way. There's no way you're
Not
actually...
to mention, I just implore him, please. I have the flu. I've just been diagnosed at a doctor's. I'm sick. You hear me wheezing. You see me sleeping 18 hours a day. Please, I beg you, do not eat this chicken.
Yeah, so...
I thought when you said he was sick, you just meant like in general. I was like, that's very harsh, but he's not contesting it, so I guess.
Yeah, no, I just had the flu, like diagnosed.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah, this guy's like dying, falling out of his chair.
To my recollection, to my recollection, I don't think Quinn was that sick. I remember him
So
being
sick. I literally slept all day, like 3 days in a row.
Okay, I don't remember that. You know, I in my mind it was not that bad, but obviously it was a little worse. You know.
All right, so Snaking has tried to deny what's about to happen next, but there was... So next, you know, Snaking walks over. He's like, He literally looks at us, he looks at me and Aoi, and he's like, it'll be okay, it'll be fine, like it'll be fine. So he goes and he eats the rest of Quinn's mala chicken, and me and Aoi both look at each other and we're just like, Curtis, I'll never forget this. Curtis is just like, that is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Like, he was in disbelief. He's like, that was a day that Curtis Ling was like, I can't be separated from snaking ever.
He's a big boy. He's got to eat. Man's got to eat. Look how jacked.
Man's got to eat.
Man's got to eat.
All right, man's got to eat.
And after that, he was a big sick boy as he proceeded to lose his voice completely and have to type in scrims and officials for the near future as he literally could not talk. He would just be like, gang bottom, and he'd type it in game. He actually just ganked our entire team by becoming the most sick he's been in his entire life and just intentionally getting like the worst case of the flu ever.
Wait. Here's a question. Was it worth it? Was it worth the chicken?
Of course, you know, a man's got to eat, like Jenkins says.
Does Jenkins say that?
Yeah, it's the way of the road. Man's got to eat.
Look, Quinn is understating this. Like, literally the next day, this guy is like lying back in his chair. His voice is like a croak. He looks like he's about to fall out of his chair. And like, again, it was in the middle of a scrim, like Quinn said. And this guy, he decides that he can't talk anymore. So he literally starts typing, like typing comms in the middle of the scrim. I don't know if it was Quinn or Mojo, but someone was just like, I'm done. I'm fucking done with this. Like, I can't do this anymore. And we go on to lose the qualifier. I forget who we lose. It was like Complexity and like some like super goon stack or something, right? There was three major slots from NA still. That's how far back this
Leviathan.
I wasn't Leviathan.
Post Leviathan.
No, if Complexity was still around.
No, dude, Complexity was like around for a while with like Limp and Adam and 343, or they're the same person. Miracle and being.
Yeah, this was like C-Plexity or something.
Way post Kyle.
Oh, yeah, really? Yeah. This is C-Plexity.
There was
C-Plexity. 343 and Miracle and Death.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Dude, they were good. Death was good. What happened to him?
Death. I don't know. He's probably alive. I hope he's alive.
Yeah, so do I. So shout out to Death.
So that was the MDL qualifier.
Big fan of Death.
Three slots for NA, and we couldn't get one of them because our boy Jing Jun-woo just incapacitated himself.
To be fair, we also sucked, but the no comms from our core player didn't help.
Was SVG on the team at that time?
No, that was pre-Avery. Well, that was
this was Kit Track.
Yeah, it was Kit Track. It was in between Avery.
So basically, Avery had a mental breakdown in Stockholm. He was just like,
oh, it was.
Yeah, he was just like, look, I'm retiring. Like, I'm fucking done. And our team sort of imploded, and then that's when I think Yauer was like, yo, I gotta reach out to my boy Quinn. Quinn was like, yo, reach out to my boy Kit Track. And then the rest of us were like, yo, what about snaking? He doesn't have a team right now. So he wants to come back.
So he had a mental breakdown before?
Yeah, Avery was just literally in a room. He was like in tears, and he was just like, I'm done. He's like, I'm done. He's like, I can't play anymore. And then I was in the hotel room in tears. I was like, my fucking team's done. What are we gonna do? And then Yauer's like, yo, I know just the plan to bring us back from the darkness. And it was Quinn Callahan, the Callahan plan. And that's when it started back
darkness, but we tried. We tried really hard to escape the darkness, but we stayed in it.
Oh, come on. You're so embracing the darkness. Come on, look at this major. Come on.
I like that you're grabbing his hand instead of the microphone.
Jack is a mic hog. Like, the guy does not know how to let go of the microphone.
He grabs his hand. That's a good bit. Grabs his other hand that's not touching the mic.
Yo, Snake King, remember when we were casting at the Arlington Major? And we were walking up the stairs, me, you, and Sunsfan, and you were in the front, and Sunsfan just lets out a huge belch, like,
oh yeah,
and you went.
I was like, what just happened? That was like the biggest belch ever.
You got scared more than
the
me?
first time.
Yes. Oh yeah, it happened to you as well.
Does Sunset have a list of all the people he's scared with his burps?
Yes.
Wait, who's on the list? Is it more than us two?
Yes.
There has to be more than us.
Yeah.
We're not the only victim.
Dude, I don't know. I will say that there may have been a complaint from some staff at some major about belching, farting, and slouching.
These are not allowed.
How is slouching grouped in with burping and farting?
Okay, number one, I will say there was no farting. That was libel and slander. I'm not going to name any names or where this was. There was belching. Big time. Huge ones.
Big burps.
Yeah.
We were burping.
Chunks.
As if that doesn't narrow it down a little bit, but yeah.
But the slouching is unbelievable. Like, look at us. We're all slouching right now. Come on.
I mean, you're the biggest sloucher, Jenkins. Come on, you're the biggest perpetrator.
Posture is okay.
Mine's okay, you know. Now Jenkins, huh? Self-aware. Come on, Quinn. You don't play like that. That's not your posture when you play.
You think I doth not play like this? What about these people that play like?
Oh,
Yeah, I don't.
Plays like that.
Yawer does that. I have no idea how people do. I mean, that's because I don't think I've ever had that level of flexibility / limberness / space. But I don't know how people do that.
Dude, there used to be this CIS offlaner. I can't think of what his name was. It was like a longer name, maybe 7 or 8 characters. But anyway, he even sat. I don't know. He played like this. He like leaned back in his chair with his arms fully outstretched. It was psychotic. What was his name? I can't. He played in like some random Starlighter tournaments and stuff. I feel weird like this. I'm gonna sit up.
Yeah, was his name Nepo? Did he go on to?
His name was not Nepo. Did he go to getting dinked by Ding?
Do you guys remember Jaw?
Yeah.
Hawaiian player.
Was this JAH?
That was JAH.
Yeah.
Oh god,
And
we're
he
going
played-
into
here.
we're going deep into the depths of NA history.
He played like that. So whenever he went to tournaments, yes, he needed 2 desks at tournaments, and he, eventually he had, and I played with him. So that's how much this hindered his gameplay. Is that he had to play with me at some point. He was desperate, and he was like this, and I would bring him Voltaren because you can only get it's. So in Canada you can get it in a pharmacy, but in America you have to get it over the counter because America, right?
What is it?
So I brought it for him. It's for you put on your wrist and it helps for pain.
Okay.
So he had severe wrist issues, and he's like, "Yeah, I don't know why I have wrist issues." Like, dude, I don't know, man. These gamers, man. This is not ergonomic. Why are you putting it to yourself? It's not ergonomic. It's not ergonomic out here. You know, 33 is gonna have bad knees.
Is that bad for your knees?
Yeah, 33 because he's gonna need 33 knee replacement surgeries. Yeah.
I like that we're like talking to the Undertaker about like ergonomic like this. What is going on?
Bro, Jenkins is a gym bro. He's been getting swole. He's been getting fit.
That's true. I seen it.
Yeah, he's
This guy
jacked
carried
in and out the wazoo.
So some of the casters have they've been lifting together and they have this,
Put it on me. Like, give me that mic.
They have this contest, and Jenkins carried his team. Jenkins cranked out some crazy set of curls to carry his team in the
Jenkins
caster
he's
in-house.
a Chad.
Yeah, he's a beast.
He's actually a Chad.
You're a mad genius, Jenkins.
Thank you.
Also, I'm really proud and happy. I'm happy for all of you that you guys all.
I love that you just won a major, 2 majors, and still anytime I put the mic in front of you, you just go. Like, you're still that like Twitch streamer guy, dude. You just can't turn it off, can you?
I mean, it would be so much better if I saw chat right now, but I don't. What can you do?
Yo, that's true. That's true. They should just have the live chat going on the side so you can see.
Yeah, they
see
should.
it.
It'd be
It's fun.
so much better, but what can you do? You know?
They should, because it's like it's. Oh, that's me. I'm.
Oh, okay, all right.
Wait, no, I'm.
No.
Surely I'm the one that's supposed to leave. Okay.
Hello.
Am I the host?
I'm a little jealous.
I'm the host now. Hello.
My trophy was not as big as this. I'm a little jealous.
Good to see you. Every time I put the mic
Your
in front of
trophy
Quinn, he would
was
go.
worth a little more than this one, though. So you know.
No, I cannot make that
I think
sound.
you'll be all right. I think if they save the money on the trophy and it goes into your pockets, I think you're happy with that one.
This is what I was doing to Quinn, by the way. This is not my job. I don't know what to do with the mic.
Yeah, not sure what to say. It was a bit of a surprise. I didn't know. I wasn't planning on coming here. Now I'm here.
Neither was I.
You talking about this room or the major?
Like the after party.
Oh,
Yeah.
glad to see you. Congratulations.
Thank you, man.
Like a few months ago in Singapore, you're chilling with us, like just this humble celery dude, and now all of us like life changes quick. All of a sudden, you got 2 majors under your belt, man.
I'm not humble
Congratulations.
anymore. Now I'm asshole.
Now, oh yeah.
All right, I got.
That's what he really meant. He's like, I didn't think I'd be here with you guys.
Shut up.
Like,
I got actual questions for him. Okay. Polly told me, Paulina, you're part of Gaming Gladiators. She told me that you walk around in bare feet around the venue. Is that true? Why do you do it?
I mean, the first day I did it because I forgot my slippers. And in between the games, it takes a long time if you keep putting your shoes on. So then I just walked around the slippers. My feet get very hot when we're playing, so it's just more convenient. It was pretty funny though. The first day when I forgot my slippers, I was walking around and there was no water boiler anywhere, so I had to go to the talent area to get water. And I'm walking there, and the guard, at one point before the game, I was like, I need to quickly get one. The guard said, whoa, wait. I don't know if you're allowed in here, sir.
because I was walking barefoot and I wanted to get water. I said, "You can walk with me. I just need to get water right around the corner." And I would just keep on walking. He says, "Oh, whoa, hold up! You're not allowed in here, sir. You need to leave."
He looked at your feet and he thought you were like a homeless German guy.
I don't think that helped. he wanted me to leave. I said, "Please, I just need to go." He just stood in front of me. "No, you have to leave." Then Tsunami was there. "Yo, Celery, I'll get the water for you." He takes my cup. And I say, "Should I just wait for him?" He said, no, you have to leave. So I have to wait outside, and a minute later, Tsunami saved me, gave me my water.
You've got to return Tsunami.
Bring your slippers. That's the lesson.
You got to return Tsunami that water in this cup when you get the chance.
Yeah,
So you pull an ice.
He saved my day.
You pull an ice. You're just going slipper mode now, right? Is that why he does it? I wonder. You
I
were
don't
in
know.
Singapore, so maybe that's where you got it from.
I've been telling people on panel that it's a vegan thing. I've been like, dude, Celery's he's one with nature. Like I've been spreading lies.
Ah man, it's true. It's a stereotype. And I'm also playing support, of course. Of course, all the vegans are playing support. Very typical.
Were you always a vegan, or was this just like when did you
I was raised vegetarian, but I turned vegan like in 2015. So it was not a big change because I was already.
Was it like on like if I can ask, was it on like moral grounds, or was it?
Yeah, it was mostly moral.
Okay.
That's what I.
Do you feel like your performance or like your play like changed as a result of that, or like have you tried to get anyone else on the team?
Before 2015, I was pretty garbage. So in that sense, I guess it helped.
That was the secret.
Then you hit 11K MMR when you went vegan.
Yeah, it's true.
All right, I got a question for you. Have you had Beyond Burgers?
I had it once in Peru. I had it. Ooh, I don't know.
You didn't like it?
I really didn't like it, but my teammates all liked it, and they said, "Oh, it tastes a bit like meat." So maybe I just don't like the taste of meat.
You know what's weird about that? I feel like it's easier for a meat eater to appreciate it because you have the reference of meat, and it's like this actually tastes like a burger. You know, it almost even bleeds like a burger. But then if you're like vegan, vegetarian, just like why do I need this flavor?
I mean, it's probably really good if you want to transition. For me, it was really weird though. Oh, it was also on top of sushi. I think it was really weird. This was
okay. That's gross, dude.
It was some Peruvian thing, maybe.
It was on sushi? I don't recall this. That sounds kind of gross, no?
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
All right, another vegan question. What about these vegan cheeses, dude? Have you ever found vegan cheese that's not garbage?
I don't know. I haven't tried one in like 8 years or something. At the beginning, I tried them, but I thought if I just don't eat it, I don't want to eat it anymore, right? It's not like I'm craving it. It just takes a few weeks, and then you're over it.
That's true.
Kat brought us vegan donuts the other night. I don't remember what the place was called, but they were quite good. I don't know what vegan chocolate is made of, but I mean that shit was pretty good. So I don't know.
Vegan chocolate is made of?
Yeah, vegan. It's just vegan chocolate donut, and
Pure chocolate is already vegan, right?
That's true. There's just no milk or anything else. It's just chocolate in its most basic essence, I guess.
Yeah. Conversations we're having.
How many dogs and cats do you have?
One cat.
You have one cat. Are you gonna get more?
No.
Why not?
I mean, maybe it would be cool for her to have one more cat to play with, but there's so many cats in our neighborhood. It feels like we have 10 cats. Like every day there's a new cat visiting our garden. So.
Do you feel bad when you leave home for months at a time for majors and boot camp, and your cat's chilling at home? Who does your cat hang out with?
I mean, I live with my family, so as long as someone's home, I don't feel bad. It feels worse for me, I think. I don't get to see her. Maybe it's worse for her. I don't know. But.
Cats don't care.
Can cats be on a vegetarian or vegan diet?
Yeah, we actually give our cat a vegan, like, what do you call it? Whatever it is, like the crumbled things.
He does.
But everything is in it that they need.
Oh my god.
See,
You were right.
She's a giga tree climber. Actually, she is a crazy cat, climbing trees every day.
So I respect that even more for holding fast to your morals. Because I was about to be like,
Yeah,
hey, how come your cat can eat meat?
It's a bit weird. Like when we got this cat, I was not sure if we should get a cat actually, because I was thinking, is that really right? Like if we feed her, we're buying meat. It's not the best. But yeah.
No, you still.
No, you're gonna get out. You're gonna get out. Thank you for everything. You can leave.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Are you?
Oh, what's going on? What's going on here?
That's rough times, man. You win TI. You don't win a major. Now you're out.
Old news. He's old news. Win 2 majors next time. Loser is what Celery said.
What do you mean he's old news? What are you talking about, man? Are you insane? Like, look at him.
Hey, Lizard. Not him. No, not him.
Who else?
Snaking.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, he-
I got that
yeah,
guy
there you
out. Get Lizard instead. Like that. Has, look.
That's the weirdest flex ever, by the way, Slayer. Not only did you win, but you can carry it all on your own.
Yeah, I mean, we went to the gym every day here, not for nothing. It's actually
oh,
true.
did you really?
Yeah. When we
Let
got
me see. Let me see the biceps. Come on.
it's not that big.
Oh, dude, wait.
Do a zoom. Do a zoom.
Come on. No, come on. Damn, he's.
It's okay.
No, you're packing, dude.
Those are the heftiest vegan biceps that I've seen.
Bro.
Yo, how do you get protein?
Beans.
And
of course.
with rice?
Everything. Rice.
Because don't you have to have rice to complete the protein?
I can send you some articles on it, but you
Hey,
don't
yo.
need it.
Really?
Jenkins, before you continue with the biochemistry, I've been sent in to kick out snaking, not only to be here on the panel as the muscle boy together with the vegan. I've
Also
been
for
sent,
better questions.
Yeah, I've been sent sadly to save these two from you because you've been going on your little tirade here.
So I'm getting kicked off. There's nobody
No, you're not
replacing
getting
me.
kicked out. Instead, what's happening is I'm closing the show, so I'm not sure that camera, I think. Thank you, everyone, for stopping by, for watching. I hope you enjoyed the major. I hope you enjoy KBBQ here, Jenkins and Celery. And yeah, thank you for stopping by. See you at the next episode, hopefully after the next major. Bye-bye.